was diagnosed with juvenile chronic arthritis, it was called at the time, and it's the juvenile idiopathic arthritis. As far as I'm aware, it's exactly the same thing, just a different name. But I was diagnosed with juvenile chronic arthritis when I was 18 months old. I'm now 40, so that's a long time ago. And in those 40 years, it's always been something that people are really surprised to hear that, firstly, young people get. Secondly, someone who's 18 months old, so effectively babies, can get. And thirdly, that it affects people in the way it does. So if you have a particularly aggressive form of it, it's when the immune system turns on your joints and attacks your joints instead of anything else. And so instead of the things it should be attacking. And so it attacks the membranes in the joints and effectively makes it jaggy, so that there isn't that kind of smooth surface for the joints to move across on one another. And so when you get that from a really young age, it has a significant impact, and can be quite disabling, and did and do a lot of damage in the first 13 or 14 years of my life, for example, where it affected all of my joints to the extent that many of them are fused, a lot of them are out of shape, and some of them you can see on screen are quite out of shape. And it can have a significant impact. It causes an awful lot of pain as well, to a lot of people. And I don't think it's something that we've spoken about all that much, because people just associate arthritis usually in older age, but it really does affect a lot of young people, and can be quite disabling. Since I had arthritis when I was young, things have come a long way, and so there's a lot of different drugs that people can take now. So if you're diagnosed today as a young person with arthritis, your outlook will be far better than it ever was for me. And I know that there's a lot of good things that can be done now to effectively mean that a lot of young people will be able to lead really kind of promising and pain-free lives, which wasn't necessarily the case even just 20 or 30 years ago.